11 Weird Cruise Tips You'll Wish You Knew Sooner 2025. Right now, thousands of people are boarding cruise ships, and they are about to make the same mistakes that will cost them hundreds of dollars and ruin parts of their vacation. They don't know it yet. They think they're prepared. They packed everything the blogs told them to pack, and they're about to discover that standard advice misses the most important stuff. Here's what nobody tells you. The difference between a frustrating cruise and an incredible cruise isn't about which ship you choose or how much you paid. It's about knowing 11 specific tricks that sound so strange. Most people ignore them until day 3 when their cabin is a disaster. They've lost important items, they're stuck with terrible dinner reservations, and they're watching other passengers somehow having a completely different experience. Last year, one passenger used a $10 item to organize their entire cabin so effectively that their cabin steward asked where they learned the trick. Another saved $400 on port expenses using something they froze the night before. And there's a 30-second action on embarkation day that separates people who get exactly what they want from people who spend the whole cruise settling for leftovers. These aren't normal tips. These are the weird ones that experienced cruisers guard like trade secrets. Some sound ridiculous. One involves duct tape. Another involves a shoe organizer that has nothing to do with shoes. And one tip is so counterintuitive, it goes against every piece of cruise advice ever written, but it's the single best decision anyone can make. By the end of this video, there will be 11 tricks that transform how cruising works. The question won't be whether these tips work. The question will be why nobody talks about them. Quick question before we start. Are you cruising in the next 6 months? Or are you a veteran cruiser? Drop your status in the comments right now. Let's start with the one that sounds most absurd, but creates the biggest transformation. Bring a hanging shoe organizer with clear pockets, and don't put a single shoe in it. Cruise cabins are designed to be as small as possible. There's a tiny closet, maybe 4 drawers, and essentially no counter space. Everything brought on the cruise. Sunscreen, medications, chargers, sunglasses, passports, snacks, first aid supplies, has nowhere to go. So it gets thrown on the bed, shoved in drawers, then lost in luggage. By day 2, the cabin looks like a tornado hit it. People spend half their vacation digging through bags. Now here's what changes. Hang a shoe organizer on the bathroom door. It has 20 clear pockets. Sunscreen goes in pocket 1, all medications in pocket 2, phone chargers in pocket 3, passports and documents in pocket 4. Suddenly, everything has a visible, accessible home. No digging, no searching. The clear pockets mean everything is visible instantly. This costs $10. It eliminates 90% of cabin chaos. People who don't use one spend their entire cruise frustrated. People who do wonder how they ever cruised without it. Number 2. Bring heavy-duty magnetic hooks and use the fact that cruise ship walls are metal. Most people don't realize cabin walls, bathroom walls, and ceilings are steel. Regular hooks won't work. Command strips fall off in humidity, but magnetic hooks stick perfectly to every metal surface. Wet towels and swimsuits can be hung on bathroom walls to dry instead of draping over furniture, creating mildew smells. Bags can be hung on cabin walls instead of taking floor space. A small magnetic mirror can be positioned at perfect height for makeup. Room keys on lanyards hang right next to the door so they're never lost. This costs $15 for 10 hooks. Advanced move. Stick a magnetic hook on the ceiling above the bed and hang a phone in a waterproof pouch for hands-free video watching. Weird? Yes. Life-changing for a 7-day cruise? Absolutely. Number 3 sounds like paranoia, but prevents injuries. Bring a motion-activated LED nightlight. Inside cabins become pitch black at night. Getting up at 3 a.m. to use the bathroom means navigating total darkness. Most people turn on bright overhead lights, which blinds everyone and wakes cabin mates. Or they navigate in darkness and trip over shoes, bang into furniture, or stub toes. A motion-activated nightlight solves this completely. It activates automatically, providing just enough light to navigate safely without flooding the room. This is critical for older passengers or families with children. It costs $5 and prevents injuries that have ended cruises early. If these first 3 tips just gave you ideas you never considered, hit subscribe now. I share cruise and submarine insights like this that save hundreds of dollars. Number 4 is where this gets weird. Bring duct tape or heavy-duty packing tape for deliberate cabin modifications. Tape child-proofs a cabin in minutes. Tape over electrical outlets. Tape cabinet doors shut that contain minibar items. Create barriers on balcony door tracks so children can't open them. It secures items during rough seas. Tape down phone charging stations so they don't slide off nightstands when the ship rocks. Tape picture frames and toiletries so they don't fall. It fixes broken luggage zippers, torn clothing, leaking bottles. And here's the trick nobody thinks about. Tape creates privacy. Traveling with family and need to change clothes? Tape a towel across a corner for a temporary changing area. Bathroom door doesn't latch properly? Tape provides a temporary fix. This is a $2 item that solves 15 different problems. Number 5 sounds insane until the logic is explained. Freeze a water bottle solid the night before the cruise and pack it in the center of the suitcase. Anything needing to stay cold during travel, medications, insulin, snacks, can be packed around it. By the time luggage arrives at the cabin hours later, the bottle has thawed, but everything stayed cold. But here's the real genius. On embarkation day, which involves hours of waiting, there's now a cold bottle of water, while everyone else buys $5 bottles. Some pack an insulated lunch bag with sandwiches kept cold by the frozen bottle. By the time hunger hits during embarkation, there's food ready instead of spending $20 at overpriced terminals. Weird workaround? Yes. Solves multiple problems and saves money? Absolutely. Number 6 separates prepared people from reactive people. Get all daily planners for the entire cruise on embarkation day and spend 10 minutes with a highlighter marking everything of interest. Most passengers glance at the daily schedule and forget the rest. Then on day 5, they hear about an amazing cooking demo that happened on day 3. And they had no idea. Better system. Get paper copies or screenshot every day from the app. Highlight every free activity, fitness classes, trivia, behind-the-scenes tours, cooking demos, dance lessons, live music, kids club hours, dining times, port times. Create a complete visual roadmap in 10 minutes. Nothing gets missed. This prevents the regret of discovering incredible free activities after they've already happened. 10 minutes with a highlighter prevents that completely. Have you ever missed an amazing cruise activity and only heard about it after? Tell me what you missed in the comments below. Number 7 saves the most money. Bring an empty collapsible cooler and on port days, fill it with breakfast buffet food before going ashore. Here's the financial math. A family of 4 at a beach will spend $30 to $40 on drinks and snacks. Do this at 3 ports, and that's $120. Or fill a collapsible cooler with fruit, sandwiches, pastries, and water bottles from the breakfast buffet and have free food all day. Cruise lines allow taking food off the ship for personal consumption. The cooler folds flat when not needed. This $10 cooler can save $200 to $300 during a week-long cruise. That's not minor savings. That's a game changer. And yet most people never do this because it seems like too much effort. The effort is 5 minutes at breakfast. The reward is hundreds of dollars saved. Number 8 is the most counterintuitive tip. Book the earliest possible dinner seating, even though it feels absurdly early. Most people choose late dining at 7:30 or 8 p.m. Here's what actually happens. Late seating means crowded dining rooms, slower service, and dinner doesn't end until 9:30 or 10 p.m. Shows have started, activities are underway, there's no time for anything else. Meanwhile, early seating at 5:30 or 6 p.m. means the dining room is half empty because most passengers choose late seating. That means faster service, more attention from waitstaff, better food quality, and finishing dinner by 7:30 p.m. Now the entire evening is free. There's time to see the 8 p.m. show, try activities, or enjoy the ship without being stuck at a table. And eating dinner earlier is better for digestion and sleep. This one decision transforms the cruise experience, but requires doing something that feels wrong initially. By day 2, it becomes obvious why early seating is superior. Before I reveal the last 3 tips, including the most important 30-second action on embarkation day, I request you to subscribe now before I show you these final game changers. Number 9 prevents heartbreak. Bring a padded wine sleeve for protecting bottles purchased at ports. Without this, bottles go into luggage for flights home. Luggage gets thrown, dropped, crushed, bottles shatter, liquor leaks through the entire suitcase, ruining clothes and everything packed. A padded wine sleeve solves this completely. Wrap the bottle, pack it in the center surrounded by clothes. It survives intact. This seems small until 11 p.m. at home, opening a suitcase to find broken glass and wine everywhere. One $3 wine sleeve prevents this disaster. Number 10 sounds paranoid, but has saved people during emergencies. Wear a lanyard with a waterproof pouch containing ID, one credit card, and $50 cash at all times. Cruise emergencies are rare, but they happen. Medical evacuations. Engine failures requiring unexpected port stops. Passengers have been removed from ships quickly in foreign countries with no cabin access. If ID and payment are locked in a cabin safe with no access, there's no way to check into hotels, buy food, or board flights home. Having an emergency kit on the body means preparedness. And the practical daily benefit? At ports, everything needed is in one place. Room key, ID, cash, card, no digging through bags. Everything is secure in a waterproof pouch. This costs $10 and provides both peace of mind and daily practicality. Final question. Which tip surprised you most, and which one are you trying first? Comment both answers below. I read every comment and I'm curious what resonated with you. Number 11 is the single most important action on embarkation day. The second the cabin is accessible, before exploring, before eating, before anything else, open the app or go to guest services and book every reservation needed for the entire cruise. Specialty dining, spa appointments, show reservations, shore excursions. Book everything within the first hour. Here's why this is critical. While everyone else explores and eats, all prime reservation slots are still available. By the time they think about booking things later that afternoon or next day, the best dinner times are gone. Spa appointments are fully booked. Excursions have sold out. But the people who booked immediately got exactly what they wanted. This creates two completely different cruise experiences. One group settles for second-choice times and sold-out activities. The other group planned everything perfectly in 30 minutes and gets exactly what they want. It feels wrong to spend the first half hour on logistics, but it's the difference between a cruise that goes exactly as hoped and a cruise filled with disappointment. So here's what these 11 weird tips actually are. A shoe organizer for instant cabin organization, magnetic hooks for utilizing metal walls, a nightlight for safe navigation, duct tape for child-proofing and securing items, a frozen water bottle for keeping things cold, a highlighted daily planner for comprehensive activity awareness, a collapsible cooler for saving hundreds on port days, early dinner seating for better service and free evenings, padded wine sleeves for protecting purchases, a lanyard with emergency essentials for preparedness, and immediate reservation booking for securing everything wanted. None of these are in standard cruise advice. Most sound weird or unnecessary, but every single one solves a real problem that ruins parts of cruises for unprepared passengers. And here's the reality. Implementing all 11 tips costs about $50 total. The value they provide in convenience, money saved, stress prevented, and enjoyment increased is worth easily $500 to $1,000. The weird tips are the ones that matter most. They're just not obvious until experienced. So before the next cruise, get these strange items, follow these unusual strategies, and prepare for a completely different experience. Other passengers will wonder how everything is so organized, how the best reservations were secured, how cabin storage is so efficient, how port days cost so little. The answer is simple. Embrace the weird tips. They're the ones that actually work. Which of these 11 tips are you using on your next cruise? Comment the tip number right now. I'll check back in 5 days to see who followed through. If these 11 tricks helped you and this video gives you tips, then hit subscribe right now to get more and more insights in upcoming videos.